Salutations, inhabitants of Earth. I come bearing a message from beyond the fabric of space and time itself, from our Creator. We must now discuss what is immortal and what is mortal, for hope and fear of death torment many who are ignorant of true reason. Death is the result of the dissolution of the body when it is worn out by toil, and the days are over in which the parts of the body were fit for living use in a single entity. Thus, the body dies when it ceases to be able to carry out the living functions of a man. This, then, is death, the dissolution of the body and the extinction of bodily senses. It is pointless to be concerned about this, but it is necessary to be concerned about other things that ignorance and human disbelief discount. What is it, O Trismegistus, that human beings ignore or believe cannot exist? Listen, Asclepius. When the soul has departed from the body, it will come under the power of a most potent spirit who will examine its merits and judge it. When that spirit has discerned that the soul is pious and just, he permits it to remain in the region which it merits. But if he sees it covered with the stains of crime and oblivious of its vices, he hurls it from the heights to the depths, delivering it to storms and whirlwinds, to the ever-contending elements of air, fire, and water, so that it is caught between heaven and earth, continually buffeted in different directions by the turbulence of the world. Thus, eternity for such a soul is an evil, in that by immortal judgment it is sentenced to endless torture. Know then, to avoid this, we must stand in awe at such a fate. We must be fearful and guard against it. The disbelievers after their crimes will be forced to believe, not from words, but from experience, not from threats, but from the agony of punishment. Then they are not punished by human law alone, Trismegistus. In the first place, Asclepius, everything which exists on earth is mortal. Now those beings which live according to the laws of the body depart from life by reason of the same laws. They all submit to punishments according to the merits of their life or the crimes of which they are guilty. But the punishments are worse after death, since they may have been able to conceal things during life. Punishments for all these things will be given by the all-knowing divinity in exact measure to the nature of the crimes. Who are worthy of the greatest punishments, O Trismegistus? They are those who have been condemned by human laws and thus suffered a violent death, for they seem not to have returned their life to nature as the payment of a debt, but to have been deservedly punished. However, the just man is protected by his faith in God and by intense spiritual practice. God protects such men from every evil, for he is the Father and Lord of everyone. He alone is all. He freely reveals himself to everyone, not as though he were in some place or possessed of some particular quality or greatness, but by illuminating man with the single intelligence of his mind. When the shades of error have been dispersed from a man's heart and the light of truth has been perceived, that man joins himself with all his powers to the divine intelligence. Time to leave this planet's frequency transmission terminated.